T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.
On the planet, baby. We in Newport, Kentucky, Cincinnati, greater area. Women's Wrestling Talk. Man? Tell these folks what good. We here for Impact Wrestling Under Siege. Boys.
Hey, it was a lot that happened tonight. I mean, I literally was not even at home to watch it, but I was on my way back and I was watching everything from the returns to title changes. It was Under Siege is honestly Impact when it comes to their pay-per-views and match cards. It's at the top of the food chain. Like, it's top tier. Like, there is a standard in Impact Wrestling that a lot of people really need to start paying attention to.
They really do. And of course, we are the most dominating tag team in women's wrestling talk history. The Salt Shakkas here. I am live. I am here looking at the bridge here in I believe it's Cincinnati. It's crazy. I was at Under Siege. It was a crazy crowd. Shout out to everybody who was there. Saw Sean Ross Sapp in the building, representing for the home state. Of course, me, I got my Trey Miguel shirt on, and we did the thing. I mean, the only thing I'm gonna say to you is I told you the Bullet Club was gonna lose. Now I may have been wrong about how they was gonna lose, but how you feeling?
First of all, like for what they did, it was awful. That should never transpired. I mean, this is the first loss that they had as a collective in Impact Wrestling. And I mean, maybe Honor No More needed that win more than Bullet Club, because maybe this will be something beneficial for, Honor No More. I don't think that this feud is like ended. Of course not. It's definitely going to be a lot more happening between these guys. And of course, I mean, I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna need somebody to come in there and slap Maria down looking like a disco ball tonight, because who told her to stand in the way and come and try to be a distraction of the Bullet Club? I mean, you're already a distraction with this silicone outfit you got on. You're being a distraction. You need to go sit down somewhere. Go sit on the sidelines, because nobody want to see you out there anyway. You can't wrestle. You ain't got no talent. You only good for being backstage in the first place. So I'm not understanding what the problem is, because I'm sick of it. Yeah, I'm throwing jabs. I'm throwing a whole damn door. I don't care.
I felt like it was glam. It was cute. I felt the makeup was cute. Didn't get a picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fresh from the event, Salt Shakkas, you know how we do. We pull up anytime, any place, anywhere. And tonight we in Impact Under Siege. Mm-hmm. And I thought Maria was giving glam.
She did. I hope she posts some pictures. Because Maria really hasn't been on Turnbuckle and Glam in a minute. Which she really hasn't. I
don't know if she's ever been on there.
No, she's been on there once before.
Oh, okay.
She's been on there once before. This was before we had the Feeling Myself category.
Okay.
But I mean, it is what it is. Still to this day, Chris Bay had the fresh lineup. He was looking good.
He looked nice.
Right.
I was definitely.
I'm still mourning. If you don't already know, I'm still going through a lot right now. But
I heard they was talking in the line. They said that man's wedding was today.
Wow.
So I don't know. I will say this. Shout out to Chris Bay. Shout out to Jay White showing a lot of love at the show, of course. Jay White was a little surprised that I was showing the Bullet Club love over Honor No More because, of course, my boy Eddie Edwards is on Honor No More, and I was rooting, of course, I was rooting for them secretly. And there was a lot of people sitting by me that were rooting for Mike Taven.
Matt Taven. You be getting mad at Mike.
Yeah,
Mike.
I think it was his family, and it was really cool to see that. But overall, Jay White was a little thrown off that I was, doing the Bullet Club thing with the Trey Miguel shirt on. Of course,
I think he was representing one part of me. So I
was because you weren't there,
right? You know what I'm saying? It was nice seeing, the boys go out there and do that thing. I mean, it was all over the place. It was chaotic. I mean, from like
they tore the house down from start to finish. Like that match was crazy. Check out my Instagram for a crazy spot and a nice video from your what?
I mean, the ultimate finesse, your girl's favorite wrestler, Chris Bay.
Ooh, I mean, when I say they put on,
they did.
And I like how this match really fell into place. We had a mix up. Also, a lot of things changed. We had a 6-person tag that I don't think you guys got to see. So you guys will see that maybe later on Impact.
Maybe because I know, like, if you're referring to, I think maybe what you were telling about Heat. Don't know much about that.
No, that was on. That was definitely on. I believe. No, it was. It's an up and coming match with Jordan Grace.
And Morrison.
There'll be a surprise. If you know what I'm talking about, there'll be a surprise for that. It's not women's wrestling related, but that match will probably be on Impact. But yeah, we did see the match with Heath and Rhino. And then we also, Giselle and Madison were actually supposed to be on the countdown, and that got moved. And I mean, moving right along, this match actually turned into a triple threat match. And it was almost the match of the night. Honestly, Mike Bailey was added to this match.
Okay.
Yeah. So that match was stellar.
Well, they changed a lot then because Mike Bailey was supposed to face Alex Shelley.
That match did not happen.
Okay.
And it was a bit of I guess it was a mix-up. I don't know why he was added to the match, but I will say his ability in the ring is phenomenal. We've talked about this over and over again. But him being added to the match, the spots in this match went dumb. Like, I mean, just like, I don't know. I thought it was overall a very entertaining match. And Rick Swann did end up picking up the victory from my memory. I do believe he did win. I was so excited. I was just excited, child. And I'm checking the results now. That's sad that I went to the show that I have to check the results. But I do think Rich Swann honestly won because I did start dancing at the end. Yeah, okay. I wasn't tripping. And then Raja Singh and Shira were the ones that faced and Rhino, and of course Heath and Rhino, got their victory and everything, which was cute, you know. It was cute for them. I don't give a damn. I booed the hell out of him. Boo, 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 you and your partner. I like Raja Singh. I do. I like them. I like him and Shira. I like when Rohit was there. There's my boy. I really like watching them. I don't know. He got kids. He was mad I booed him.
That man got kids, and you out here booing him. He did not ask for this.
It is what it is. For those that are joining, I know it's going to be. We said this is going to be a very late show tonight. Yeah. For those who are watching, we really appreciate it. The comments, you know, a little slow tonight, but listen, you can always catch the replays on Twitch, and then you gonna catch it again on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. You know, but moving right along. So we're actually going to do things a little different tonight. Instead, normally we save all of the women to the end, but we are not. We are actually going to go in the order of the match card. Surprise! Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I didn't know it was changing the schedule. I guess this was me when, you know, you come into work and you think that you're going to come in and do this, and then your manager comes in and say, you know what?
I ain't your manager.
No, we're gonna let you change everything. We're gonna change all this around here.
Well, do you want us to just finish with the men?
No, you can go ahead. Hey, you the leader of this show. I'm just here.
Well, I wouldn't be me without the Salt Shakkas.
That's true.
That is true. But we can move. We can go in the order of the show, because honestly, you and Stephanie, that's what y'all do on Friday nights, and I personally. No, I'm not. For tonight, I might be. Stephanie, if you're watching, I'm you for tonight.
Well, you got to be a baby face in, so.
Oh, God, that's going to be absolutely terrible. The Knockouts World Tag Team Champion herself in the next match. And, you know, great match. It was supposed to be on the countdown, but it was not. So Giselle Shaw, very interesting, was accompanied by Alicia Edwards, and of course Madison Rayne was accompanied by her tag team partner, and of course the Knockouts World Tag Team Champions, you know, doing their thing. And honestly, you know, Giselle did it. So
I mean, I told you
did
on Thursday that, you know, although she may have lost to Tennille, doesn't mean that she may lose on Sunday. And I mean, she did have someone in her corner, Alicia Edwards, who we, you know, previously discussed on Thursday as well. Like, who could, you know, who would come and be in her corner? And just Alicia Edwards. So I mean, she looked nice nice. She had a little Barbie doll, you know, ponytail going on. But I mean, hey, Giselle is, you know, I didn't get a chance to actually see their match, but I went back and watched the video clips or whatever. Giselle was beating ass. Like,
killing it.
She really was. I mean, like, she's really growing on me in regards to really seeing her in-ring ability. Yeah, I'm not seeing, you know, her with Lady Frost and like her Lady Frost and Deanna. But to actually kind of see her against like Tennille and like Madison Rayne, she's a really, really good wrestler.
She is.
She really is.
She is. And what I like is that, you know, she's really starting to become a powerhouse in the Knockouts division.
Definitely.
Very skilled. And she's traveled all over the world. She's went to different places. She's worked in progress. I mean, the girl has accolades upon accolades upon accolades. I actually got to talk to her tonight. And I think she just has a different niche for wrestling. And the one thing that I noticed when I first started watching her is that she really owns some of the mistakes that she makes in the ring, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you have some wrestlers who, you know, they do things and then things happen and then it's hard to recover. With Giselle, she's really good at transitioning.
Yeah.
And she's really good at any opponent, you know, that she takes on. Shout out to her. You know, I didn't want her to get the victory, though. Love you, Giselle, but I don't know how I feel about champions losing, title or no title. That's just kind of weird to me.
Well, I mean, they gotta lose sometimes, and it just so happened that Madison. It's just crazy how Madison took the fall, but Tennille didn't. Like. To have her, then it'd be different if, okay, Giselle had won on Thursday and then she lost tonight. So now it's like, you know, she lost to Tennille, but she beat Madison with Alicia being in her corner. So now it's like, okay, Alicia's in the corner. Maybe we'll see more of Alicia being involved in this as well.
I mean, maybe they're gonna get an opportunity.
Maybe
so.
To start somewhere.
Maybe so.
Now say she has a win over one of the champions.
I don't like it.
Well,
I do think it's been a slow burn though, because they've been feuding. Like Giselle went to go see Madison like a couple weeks ago and was like she lost the match, and then was like, but Madison actually won the match. So to me, it created a lot of humor behind it, which is great. Mm-hmm. But I just feel like, what are we gonna see happen from it? Right. Because honestly, anything is possible with the Knockouts division.
Yeah, Knockouts division is like going crazy right now.
And you were right. You were absolutely right when you said that it was going to be Giselle.
Mm-hmm.
So, kudos to you.
I don't know what role over here,
Hey, I think I honestly feel like though you saw something that I wasn't willing to see, and so it happens. But listen, one half of the Salt Shakkas live in Newport, Kentucky, Cincinnati greater area, and Under Siege was really underway. Another match that caught my eye, honestly, child, Macklin and Sabin, child,
match.
Man, I mean, like, and what's funny is I just got on to you about your fave losing to Chris Sabin, and I had to eat my words. And that was the first thing that I listened to when I was sitting there front row. I was just like, damn.
What the hell we gonna do now?
Jay White loses to Chris Sabin. Steve Macklin tonight loses to Chris Sabin.
Who's next of our faves is gonna lose to Chris Sabin? What is going on here? Chris Sabin is a target.
No, Chris Sabin is the man, though.
He is, but he's a target. Yeah.
Y'all seen it? I dabbed, he dabbed it up. Hey, I
can see that right now. Nick was on one. You would think Nikki was.
I was on all the camera shots tonight, y'all.
All of them.
It was fun.
Nikki was on the front row, drinking going crazy with the crowd. I think she met a friend on the side of her tonight. I've watched Nikki the entire night. All kinds of. If I could make a compilation of all of Nikki's camera shots tonight, and it would be a whole reel.
Yo, I made the Impact promo. I'm sitting there getting ready for Under Siege, and I see my big glasses just sitting there rooting, and I'm like, yes, I hope they play it for Slammiversary, but yeah, tonight went crazy. Women's Wrestling Talk.
They might do it. I mean, of course, they're going to have to do like a whole recap of Under Siege.
Yeah.
So might as well go ahead and get comfortable. You might see a lot more of yourself in angles that you probably didn't even know they even caught.
Probably not. But you know what? Let me tell you. Shout out to Chris Sabin and shout out to Steve Macklin. That man is the future of Impact. That man, along with the Virtuoso, will continue to be the face. I love, Steve Macklin just puts on, and I love Chris Sabin too.
Mm-hmm.
There's just something about Steve Macklin that is very fresh. It's new. His match, and I go back to this all the time with Hard to Kill. Him and Trey tore the house down, and I just feel like the match that I've ever seen him with Jonathan Gresham, now with Chris Sabin, his triple threat match with Jay White involved as well. They tear the house down, honestly. And before we get into, I want to go ahead and get into this. Who is this a picture of though? Because I can't really see.
Which one?
The picture.
The one that's like this here.
The one that's like on the top row.
Oh, that's Sammy Callahan.
Okay.
I didn't have a photo of him because what transpired before Josh.
Yeah.
Before,
yeah, and we'll get into that, child. Because child, that was it was late. It was really late. I just had to check before I changed gears. So I was like, who the hell is in the hot top row?
Like, were you not watching?
No, I saw him return, girl, but it was very bland. The crowd went wild, but girl, very late. I thought it was Enzo, but
listen, I didn't. Let me tell you something. I thought somebody new was coming out, but I've never really heard Moose. Now
it was cool. I
feel like we should might well just talk about that now, since
because
so I didn't like when Moose was coming out. I like, don't get me wrong. I've seen Moose entrance in person, but when he was there at the Multiverse, I didn't hear any of his music. I don't know if I tuned it out or what, but I was like, I'm like, are we getting another surprise? Like, who is this? Kind of find out it's just Moose. I'm like, okay, what is he doing here? What does he have under his sleeve? Like, what are we talking about now? So then, of course, lights go out for the second time of the night. You'll see if you didn't know what happened, why it went out the first time. We'll get into that later. But it went out for the second time of the night. I was like, okay, well, who is this coming back? And it just so happened to be, of course, Sammy Callahan. And of course, you can see Nikki over there in the corner looking down like, girl, Moose, if you don't get up.
What?
I wish if I could freaking draw on here, I would draw a circle of Nikki like over here in this corner.
That is hilarious. Girl, I want to pay it. Girl, he can pay it. Honestly.
Oh my God. And so basically, Moose is just laid over there on the ground. And shout out to Sammy Callahan, who's back now, and obviously he's gonna be I guess finishing up his feud with Moose, because Moose is the reason why he was out, right, Nikki?
I mean, they do got some unfinished business, but this is probably a rare time you'll see me actually root for Moose, because y'all see me Moose.
I mean, when he called y'all some sons of bitches,
girl, he didn't call me shit.
He called you people, y'all turn your back on me, sons of bees and all that other stuff. I will come out here and get across that rail and beat all of y'all. And niggas like, let's go, Moose, let's go. I
was like, come on.
It was like
no, the Impact shows are wild. Like, yo, the cameraman was really like, he was really coming over there because he know I was with it. I was like, come on. Come on.
It was hilarious. Like, if you I'm telling you, Nikki was the star of this show. She really was.
Absolutely.
You have absolutely no idea how much of a star she was of this show.
Absolutely. Because honestly, they had me messed up with a lot of I don't think I took one win tonight, honestly, besides Tasha.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's about it. Because moving right along to, of course, I mean, man, listen, it is always a pleasure to see Trey Miguel in action doing, this man is honestly the top of the top. Mm-hmm. However, tonight, all in all, and still your X Division champion, all in all. Ace Austin retained. Trey definitely, I mean, honestly, I'ma just be real. If Ace Austin didn't beat Trey, it just had to happen. And it sucks because I've only seen Trey lose one time, and that was when I first saw him. He was in a fatal 4-way match, I believe, and I don't think he won. But then after that, winning that X Division championship, he wins and wins and wins, and then recently, of course, we see a Rebellion. He loses his X Division championship to, Ace Austin, and let me tell you something. Trey was not playing with the promo.
No.
Like,
not at all.
Like,
as good as it would have felt to keep that belt from you tonight, I take it. That's what happens.
and of course, I mean, he didn't get it.
No.
He didn't do it. But it don't matter because one thing about Trey, he reminds me a lot of how when you're at a top caliber, you can take losses.
And
Ace Austin really needed the win more than anything. I don't know what's next for Trey. I pray to God tomorrow that he shows up to this Mayday Gauntlet and he is the next competitor at Slammiversary live in Nashville, June 19th, where Josh Alexander will meet his next competitor. They let it be known tonight. If you're at Mayday in Newport, Kentucky, where I am right now, you will know who faces Josh tomorrow. We unfortunately cannot spoil it because these are tapings. With that being said, I don't know. I hope it's Trey, but I think it's gonna be anybody. But great match tonight between Ace Austin and Trey continues to do something, and Ace Austin continues to be.
I mean, I thought it was a really good match. I mean, they pulled out, all of the stops. I will have to say that I do thoroughly enjoy Ace Austin's finisher. I like his finisher. I think it's cool as hell. Oh, please. I think it's cool as hell. Like, I think it's
like
whatever, but I think it's real cool. But I mean, I don't know, man. Like, hopefully Trey is in his gauntlet. Maybe it's time for him to move up into a main event, picture, and be in a match with Josh Alexander, unless they have somebody else, or unless he, feuds with somebody else, or he continues his feud with Ace Austin, or then we figure out who will Ace Austin be going up against.
That is very true.
So,
because that's one thing we don't.
He has a lot of potential competitors. He really does. So.
Gosh. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, you guys make sure you check out all the footage we had for all the women tonight, too. I mean, we're going to get into that more. But it is crazy. I mean, who's next for Ace Austin? Could it be Rich Swann with his victory tonight? Could it be Steve Macklin, even though he's taken a loss to Chris Sabin? Chris Sabin could be the next person to face Josh Alexander.
That's true.
The world of Impact Wrestling, it always keeps you guessing because honestly, and I really don't know which men's match to get into next, because both of them was crazy, but I think I don't know because we got to end with the new champions. I'm gonna be honest, but let's get into Josh Alexander, who I actually got to meet for the first time tonight. And a funny story. So before we get into the match, Josh Alexander and Tasha Steelz, shout out to Tasha, spelled Nikki wrong, right? They both had to rip up their photos. I got this photo, and I haven't showed y'all. I have a lot of photos signed from a lot of wrestlers. I have them with me. Hopefully tomorrow on the Backlash, I will be bringing you the Gia Miller. I don't give a damn if it's Impact or not, or WWE. I will be bringing you the Gia Miller photo signed, hopefully. But yeah, I got this from Josh. Shout out to him. These really I don't know. These are almost like a token of appreciation for me. It's almost like a stamp. You know how we used to travel and stuff, and we would get keychains with our names on it and stuff. In the world of wrestling, I've kind of just collected these. But Josh and Ishii, what did you think about that match, dog? Because I know, I don't know if you're like a huge fan of Ishii, but I know you, you know.
You know what?
I know that's y'all boy, you know.
Girl. Okay, so I wouldn't consider Ishii to be my guy or anything like that, but the more I've seen him wrestle, I mean, of course, in a lot of people's eyes, he is a legend. Yeah, shout out to Trey. This is show and tell now, okay? But I mean, honestly, this match was really good. Even though it didn't have much of a build up.
Yeah.
It was just, it was just something to have, Josh in a title, just to have someone to defend his title against. Moose, it could have been Moose again, to be here for this show if they didn't wrestle on Impact. But I mean, hey, Ishii has really been dominating a lot in his matches with people that he's been in matches with. You know what I'm saying? Although, he may have lost Eddie Edwards or whatever, but I mean, he still has been doing an amazing job. He's been, working his way through the
ring. Say that? I'm sorry. Can you say that one more time?
What?
What happened?
What do you mean? Even though he lost to Eddie Edwards?
Yeah. All right. That's cool and all. I just like... I don't know when it comes to Ishii.
You're not fans of Japanese wrestlers like that either, though.
Whoa. I like wait, let me not say.
No, let's not. Because
be Japanese.
Oh, who are you talking about then?
Is Asuka?
Asuka's Japanese.
There's one. I'm not is Io Shirai?
Japanese.
Not a big fan. Kairi Sane?
Kairi Sane is Japanese.
I like her. I'm just now getting into New Japan, so you're right. I'm not like, I don't know.
Japanese strong style,
be like,
their styles are very hard hitting. It's strikes. It's they're gonna try to break you in half. They're gonna try to hit you with all their might. It's not like you are typical, technical wrestlers.
Yeah, because
you're big fans of technical wrestlers, like those who like extremely technical. Kurt Angle, of course. Josh.
Even Chad Gable. Shout out to Chad Gable,
of course. Shelton Benjamin is a technical wrestler in my eyes, although he can be a high flyer too. He is also technical. Bobby Lashley is a technical wrestler, but he's a powerhouse.
But even to me, like Trey is high flyer with the whole spider thing. He's technical, and Deanna is one of the greatest technical wrestlers in the world at this moment. Quote me. But I think with Ishii, it's very like, I don't know if I've just like.
I mean, well, at one point you couldn't even tell them apart. So
no, I can tell them apart tonight though. But that's not Murder Grandpa, right?
No, it's not.
Overall, I thought it was a good match, though. They definitely tore the house down, and there were moments where, I mean, when you are watching wrestling constantly and you understand how booking works, you kind of just know who's going over. But it does feel good when you're at a show or even watching live, and it feels that moment where it's like, oh, like this Ishii could go over. Ishii.
I mean, I doubt that he would have went over anyway. I mean, this is Josh's first like title defense outside of having his rematch with Moose or whatever. But I mean, Ishii, I think he was a great opponent for him for first off. Now I think we're on the road to Slammiversary. So like you said, whoever wins this gauntlet tomorrow, that's who he's going to be having his focus on come Slammiversary. That's happening June 19th. And
correct.
Back home in Nashville.
Back home in Nashville for me, baby, where the Salt Shakkas will be there. Now, tomorrow, one half of the Salt Shakkas, myself, will be at May Day. Gauntlet for the Gold, Sunday, May 8th. I mean, when I tell you the venue is so beautiful, like it's really beautiful, and you made a great point. Josh Alexander will have his eye on this match along with his match at Slammiversary, but he will be teaming with Ishii tomorrow against two of your faves. How are you feeling about that, Mister J and Bay connection? Will be taking on the Impact World Champion Josh Alexander along with his opponent tonight. I mean, how you feeling, Bullet Club in the building? Bullet
I
Club.
mean, well, I feel so excited to see them.
I'm gonna
So
have
I
my
think
Trey
it's
Miguel shirt
great.
on.
What? You're
What?
gonna do what?
I'm gonna have my Trey Miguel my shirt on.
What they gotta do with what I'm supposed to do with that? You
I
gonna
don't
have your shirt on? What does that mean? You're just gonna be there. So hope Dre comes out. I hope he does.
Not too much.
No,
Do you think? Do you think Jay and Chris are gonna get the victory?
I'm gonna always go to Bullet Club. I don't care if y'all say they gonna lose or not. I'm gonna go with them because at the end of the day, you got King Switchblade and the Ultimate Finesse, your girl's favorite wrestler, Chris Bay. Okay, you know what I'm saying. So I mean, I'm gonna always go with them. I'm gonna always go. I don't care what match they in. I'm
Oh,
gonna go with the J and Bay connection. I'm gonna go with the Bullet Club always. It doesn't matter. I
first
don't
time in
care.
of the night.
Come on, Bobby, too sweet. Too sweet. You already know.
Bobby, let me tell you something, buddy. It was crazy tonight. It went crazy. And for those that are joining us, tomorrow is May Day as well. We've announced two matches. Another match from the Bullet Club that we will see before we get into our last match. A little tag team action against Matt Taven and Mike Bennett representing Honor No More. And of course the Good Brothers, Mayday, representing none other than Too Sweet, the Bullet Club. Who's your prediction on this match? The
Come
Good
on.
Brothers.
I'm not just saying like if they're if
Oh
Bullet
wow! So you feel the same
Club,
about Gallows and Carl?
I like them.
No, I like them too. They're
I
two.
like them even way back in when they was in WWE and stuff like that. I
Yeah,
always found them quite entertaining. I thought they were a great, addition to the tag team division.
yeah.
They're assholes. They're a bunch of characters, and I thoroughly enjoy those of the Bullet Club who are a holes to a lot of people.
Carl is a very interesting character too. I
Very
think
much
he
so.
brings a lot of just the pizzazz and a lot of the just
Yeah.
different things we see. Honestly, to keep it a buck with you, I do not think the Good Brothers are going to pull off the victory. I think that I don't think Jay and Bay are going to pull off the victory either. Um, that's just me, but we'll see. I'll be there live at May Day. If you guys still want to come out to Newport, Kentucky, we are here, Women's Wrestling Talk, live in effect. So as far as tonight, we gave you all of the live footage from the women's wrestling matches that we'll get into the rest of them tonight. But
Mhm.
the footage for tomorrow will, be dropping simultaneously with Impact. So make sure you check out the Salt Shakers, of course, every Thursday night here live on Twitch. We get it popping on the Impact. We don't play.
No.
We come and we break down the show every Thursday night. You might see us on some other things. Might is a stretch because you will see us on things. But getting into the last men's match of the night, listen, them boys, them boys.
Hold on, wait on, boys. You
Listen,
bald headed bitch.
I want to make the announcement tonight, and I know Santana is happy about this. Here at Women's Wrestling Talk, the Salt Shakers, as of tonight, we endorse them boys. We endorse it. We made the handshake official. If you missed it, make sure you check out Under Siege. We made the handshake official. The Salt Shakers and the Briscoes. We about to shake up some things. The Briscoes they running wild, and I think we have a lot of in common with the Briscoes. A lot. Listen, when I first saw them, I wasn't really feeling them. I wasn't. It really I first saw them in NWA. You first saw them at the Multiverse. And I'm seeing them again tonight. We're gonna see them again at Slammiversary. There's no lie about that because obviously they're your new Impact World Tag Team Champions. We will probably see them at GCW if they
I will
want.
hope so.
I will hope so.
I want to
Give
see them
different
in
energy.
GCW.
They're gonna give different energy, and I'm ready. I'm
I'm
ready.
bored.
They was when I tell you, to be honest, if you have the Briscoes on your card, you're really winning because the crowd went dumb. Like, and if you, like I said, Sean Ross Sapp was in the building, doing his thing. He definitely posted some videos on his page as well, so make sure you check that out. He even tweeted. I mean, like, it went crazy. I don't know what all the rumors and all the talk about the tickets and everything. It was packed. Like, I mean, not as packed as it was for Hard to Kill, but the show was live, and I'm telling you, when them boys came out, Santana, how was you feeling?
I mean, I was just like, okay. I mean, like I said, the Briscoes are still growing on me. I think the only reason why I really like them is because of their video promos they do.
Yeah.
That's really the main reason why I say that I do like that. The Briscoes are just growing on me right now. I feel like the more I probably see them actually pay attention to their ring skill abilities, they're great on the mic. They're great promos. I feel like I need to pay attention to them more. Maybe watch some of their matches. Maybe that's something that I need to do to get myself familiarized with their in ring ability. So that maybe I cannot just say, you bald headed bitch all the time. But that is a stampede in my lifestyle right now. Use that for everything.
Especially as we make our way to GCW, the Salt Shakkas, we not playing.
Yeah, we might be. I think me and Nikki might be dressing them like the Briscoes at this point.
We will. I'm definitely getting the braids to the back. Ain't nobody snatching my wig off. It's a wrap. You snatch that wig, we getting down. Chelsea, Matt, y'all better be in the building. The major players. I want to see I want to see it shake at GCW. And honestly, the Briscoes make me like. They have that atmosphere that's just like, yeah, we finna get down. And honestly, we did predict, if I'm not mistaken, that the Briscoes would win. And I just kind of felt like the Violent by Design were definitely fillers. They were definitely fillers.
Because I'm not a fan of Violent by Design by no means necessary. I can care less about them. Like I said, at one point I forgot they were even champions because I didn't even see them at all whatsoever. There were weeks upon weeks upon weeks where they were nowhere to be found. I didn't even know that they even had those titles. If I did, I definitely forgot. So I feel like now with the Briscoes being here, them having a big name and whatnot, it's definitely going to attract the crowd. It's definitely going to attract the audience. It's definitely going to, maybe make something shake for the tag team division for the men, and shake some things up and let's see where it goes, because it was like we said, Under Siege is over. We're on the road to Slammiversary. And Slammiversary is happening next month. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to be building up a lot of things upon that till Slammiversary. It's the 20th anniversary. It's going to be big. It's going to be a lot happening. Tickets are on sale. Me and Nikki need to get ours because we're definitely going to be there live. We're going to be somewhere live in full effect. But best believe we're going to be there holding it down, so on and so forth. The camera going to be there. So
I can't wait for you to get these pictures.
Listen, new lens coming. So best believe, no matter where I'm sitting at, I'm about to capture all angles, all types of ways, whatever I can. So
for sure.
Shout out to the Briscoes for winning.
Shout out to
make those titles relevant again.
Yeah. I mean, I love the silence right there. Man, I love the silence. I would love to see Chris Bay take that title off of Ace Austin if it's not going to be Trey, because I know Trey's going to be doing some stuff. We don't know if he's going to have an opponent for Slammiversary or anything that he could be involved in. I would love to see it. But honestly, yo, like,
I would love to see Chris Bay have that title again. You know, he's won it once before. I think he won it during the pandemic time. So, I mean, it'd be nice to see him, you know, have that title again and then start his feud with Trey. Trey finds his way to come back into that, you know, for that excellent.
We don't fight like
Trey may become in the tag team division if one of, you know, somebody pops up and they form a tag again. And, you know,
that could be the one, though. Anyway.
They could be. Anything is possible.
Anything is possible, because let me tell you, I don't know what the move is, but I know like whatever, and it's crazy how we get back to Chris Bay and Jay White and Trey Miguel, but those really are like, those are not only our favorites, but those are the ones that I feel like put on. You know, Eddie Edwards too, you know, that's my guy, Josh Alexander. But when it comes to Trey, for me, I just there's just something that I feel like is very much connected. But you know, it is what it is. We could see anything happen. We don't know what's gonna happen in the Gauntlet tomorrow.
We don't.
We saw the Briscoes get.
Well, I know I won't know. I'm not gonna be there.
Well, you'll know because I'm gonna tell you.
Oh.
Y'all won't know until it come out. But y'all probably read the spoilers anyway.
Hey, you know, they quick on the spoilers. You know what I'm saying? They really are.
They quick on the spoilers, man. Because let me tell you.
Okay. Bobby said he'd like to see Josh Alexander versus Steve Macklin. We talked about that earlier, you know, in regards to, you know, Steve losing tonight to Chris Sabin. And Josh, you know, retaining his title. You know, what could work for that? Maybe Steve Macklin could be in the Gauntlet. You know, Sabin could be in the Gauntlet. It's a lot of people that could be in that Gauntlet.
It is, and honestly, you know, at the end of the day, if you think about it, one thing is Macklin could lose tonight. You know, he lost tonight. He could move right into that spot. No worries.
He really could. It's possible.
Who gonna stop him?
Nobody.
Yo, I'm on one. I ain't gonna lie. I want to face Moose. Moose, if you listening, I want to go one-on-one with you. I'm ready. I'm finna start training at the FXE, I think it's called, in Nashville. I'm finna start taking bumps. Boom.
You go right ahead.
The Salt Shakkas making their debut. Shout out to Bobby in the comments. You know, sticking around with us. You know, keeping it
late Saturday.
But here it is, y'all. We can move on. That's all for the men. Of course, we've already covered Giselle Shaw getting her well-deserved victory over Madison Rain and the Impact Knockout Sports Tag Team Champions. But let's talk about something. Tasha Steelz was banging tonight.
She was.
Tasha Steelz was banging tonight. Do you hear me?
She was doing a really good job tonight, in her match. With Havoc. I mean, and honestly, hold on, because I'm going to come back to the screen. Honestly, I don't want to hear nothing about, Tasha needs Savannah in her corner.
It is.
The match, all of that stuff. But guess what? Tonight, Tasha Steelz won her match with no Savannah in sight. She got to go get Savannah because Savannah got abducted. But Savannah was nowhere in sight. Out there with Tasha Steelz, she was put on that match with Havoc. So I don't hear nobody say that she needs Savannah to be in the corner.
Run me. What my tip? I need you to say that one more time.
Y'all, I don't want to hear nothing else about Tasha Steelz needing Savannah to be in her corner when she's defending her title or being in singles matches. She proved that tonight she can be in a singles match and not have Savannah in her corner to win.
She gave us a shout out. Thank you for everything in women's wrestling. Period. Shout out to Tasha Steelz. She already know. We dropped the exclusive when they was running around dropping rumors about her, talking about my boo, talking about she got injured. And guess what? We went to the source. And Tasha Steelz like, you know what? Drop this. Tell them what's going on. And we told them what's going on because here at Women's Wrestling Talk, we not only report on the Women's Wrestling Talk, but we love and adore and we show respect to the women. You know why? Because when we sit in the writer's room and we trying to, make sure we putting our stories and getting the news out to everybody, we got to double check on what we putting out.
Of course.
Because we give it New York style. We give it to you, bro. We give it to you real. You know what's going on.
New York, stand up. Stand up, New York.
And show some respect. And show some respect to your impact. Equal badass. Stop playing. Y'all, and I've been, and you know what? Let me talk my shit, because let me say this. I knew my tag team partner was gonna come in here, because one thing about the Salt Shakkas, we love and adore Fire and Flavor, the most dominating tag team in Impact Knockouts World Tag Team Championship history.
Period.
And one thing about us is we bring the salt and we bring the shape, just like Tasha Steelz and Kiera Hogan brought the fire and the flavor. Okay, and let me tell you something. Since the day that Tasha Steelz went singles, I've been telling y'all to pay attention to my girl. When she won the Ultimate X match, when she went on to defeat Mickie James, I've been telling y'all over and over again to check for Tasha Steelz. And man, let me tell you something. She not playing. She done ran through them, and we don't know who's next for Tasha, but I guarantee you, Havoc wasn't ready, Rosemary wasn't ready, Mickie James wasn't ready. I don't know if anybody else is ready. She beat Chelsea Green too. Let's run that back.
She did. I mean, like, what's next? Who is ready to step into the ring with the Boricua badass? Who is ready to do so? Maybe eventually we'll find out. Tasha's definitely gonna be defending her title at Slammiversary. It's definitely gonna happen.
I told her tonight when he's
defending her title. It may not be Mickie James.
I think it's gonna be Mickie James.
But I mean, because we haven't seen Mickie in a minute. She been real low key.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be Mickie James though. I told her tonight, girl, it's gonna be Mickie James. We in Nashville. It's hardcore country, baby. 20 years, Slammiversary. What do you mean? Them tickets is going like crazy. It's only right, man. This will snap though, because it would be right.
It's only right.
It would be right.
You know what? Because honestly, by that time, those 30 days would be up. Those 30 days would be up.
Listen, whoever it is, we saw a surprise tonight, which we'll get into. That'll be the last thing we talk about tonight, and then we'll get out of here because we got to do Turnbuckle Glam in the morning.
We do.
I'm live here in New Point. I'm holding it down for the. Is this what is this section I'm in? Is this considered to be the South still? I was gonna say the Midwest, but I don't think this is the Midwest.
Kentucky's like, I mean, you consider it to be the
Where
South.
I'm at, I guess it's like Cincinnati area or whatever. Wherever I'm at, of course, down south, Mississippi, my girl gonna hold it down. We the Salt Shakkas, the most dominating tag team in women's wrestling talk. Don't forget it. And of course, we want to thank y'all for joining us tonight, because honestly, we wouldn't know what to do without y'all. Please subscribe and like, and share everything. I'm just looking at these pictures that I'm going to share with y'all tonight, but let's just talk about it. Let's not waste no time about it. Taya Valkyrie retains. Kudos.
Woo woo.
Where
my Lord God?
Okay.
Crazy out there. You hear me? She was banging her head in the shit.
The Triple-A Reina del Reigns champion Taya Valkyrie went head to head with my favorite.
Hey, yo, Deanna banged her ass in the front in the beginning. Like, try to put her title down.
What was that? I had the perfect angle of that. Oh my God, it was perfect. She was like, "What was that?" She was like, "Ring the bell, ring the bell."
I was screaming, laughing at the whole time.
The whole thing, honestly.
It was funny as hell. Like, you have no idea how funny that whole thing was like not even just a whole match, but their interaction between Taya and Deanna.
Yeah. I mean, honestly.
And of course, Nikki in the background. Like I purposely, honestly, I'm gonna tell you this. So I was watching Under Siege, but I didn't have my headphones in. But as soon as Deanna and Taya match took place, I was like, I feel like Nikki is somewhere yelling to the top of her lungs right now, sounding like a cheerleader. And so I put my headphones in, and the first thing that I heard was Nikki literally yelling at the top of her lungs, "Let's go, Deanna! What are you doing?"
I'm like a coach.
The crowd was like, whatever, Luca, are you saying virtuoso? It was just like, it was like Taya, Deanna's like, it was like,
listen, I just want to say, I believe this is the picture that I got from Hard to Kill, you guys.
Crazy.
This is the picture that I got tonight. Same picture. I don't care. This is the only one she had. I don't care. Same picture. We're gonna champ it. Is it not hilarious?
It's hilarious. They got two different sayings.
He loves me. He also
has two different sayings.
Let me tell you, I don't know what the hell Deanna was talking about when she told me I was gonna be fine. I'm not fine. I went through too many matches. I looked at her and I was like, well, thanks for, I mean, you lose at AEW, so I don't know what the hell that was about. But thanks for wearing the makeup. You look beautiful, and thank you for wearing the gear here on Impact because and I've just kind of been on the Collect the World tour. I'm trying to grab some more stuff. But I have listen, I just gotta like be fancy right quick. But yeah, I have two more. Honestly, Deanna's the one I have the most of. This was the first time I ever met Deanna. The first thing that I ever said to Deanna is that I hope that you face Charlotte Flair. You know, now in the future. If that's what you're talking about, that's going to be wild. But I don't think it is. I'm waiting. She did give me the match for tomorrow for the women that I'm not giving to anybody because when the virtuoso says something, you do it and you listen. Just like when she told me to hold her championships at WrestleCon. But yeah, and then this is the picture that I also got at WrestleCon as well. So I mean, listen, I'm loaded. I'm loaded with my.
She can throw us framed or something.
I know, I really do. I really
like your wall of autographs, basically.
I do. I have so many, and they're all honestly, besides the one that I have from, of course, Charlotte Flair, all of them are actually. Now that I'm looking at them, all of them are Impact. Those are where I get most of my meet and greets at. Shout out before we get out of here. You know, of course, shout out to Tom. Always, I mean, I got to talk to him again, and you know, it was really good. Looking at all these pictures though, it's memories, and tonight was just that. Even though Deanna did not pick up the victory with Taya Valkyrie, it was an amazing match, star-studded, and of course, I mean, Santana. I did not want to spoil it for you. I had so many people telling me this. I mean, and y'all know I love a spoiler. Shout out to Beezy. I got to shout out to my dog Beezy that be taking the camera work, that be doing the photos. That's my dude. Like I see him every time at the shows, and honestly, I love him. He tells me all the time that I'm going to be happy about something, and actually, you know, besides Deanna telling me that, I actually get it quick. I'm still waiting on what Deanna was talking about. But Santana, I know you're happy about this.
I was very happy. I mean, like I said, I wasn't at home watching most of Under Siege. When I tell you, when I was like, okay, why the lights go out?
Yeah.
And then I saw HBIC. I was like, no. I tried not to scream in the car with my parents. you have no idea how hard I was trying to say, like, oh my God, let's fucking go. I was like, I was spazzing in the backseat. Like, I didn't know what to do, but I am extremely happy that Mia Yim has decided to come back home to Impact Wrestling.
Home.
You know, her start way before she even got into WWE. You know, so it's nice to see her come back where she knows that she feels happy.
Yeah.
There's happiness there. You know, and it's nice to see her have that return. You know, I got the chance to actually meet Mia Yim, have a whole conversation with her, take a picture of her and everything. And I told her, I was like, you know, when do you think that, you know, we'll see Jade back in Impact Wrestling? And she gave me the exclusive. She said that they were already talking.
You haven't told me. You haven't told anybody.
I was like, she was like, you know, so I could be like, this is exclusive. I could be coming back to Impact really soon. She didn't, you know, really soon could have meant like the next day, tonight, that night at Multiverse. You know, it could have meant any time. You know, so to have her come back tonight,
it meant
man, it was like I'm so happy. So I'm hoping for her to be there at Slammiversary. I am.
She called you pretty.
She did. She did say that, you know, I was so pretty. So I mean, what do you do?
I'm sorry. Because me and Santana, we actually like met in person at WrestleCon
for the first time.
And
we've known each other for a year.
Santana is absolutely like gorgeous. She really is. She's really pretty. And so when Mia Yim said that, I was like, man, like there was so much love at WrestleCon. You know, like I watched Santana, and Santana, one of them people, like if she rock with you, she gonna talk to you. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna have a conversation with you. I was watching my tag team partner really like not fangirl, but I really got to see my tag team partner in a different element because it was like, you know, with Tony Storm and, you know, Alina, formerly known as Nia Jax, and with Yim, and you know, just everybody, like seeing your interactions, the way we were talking with the beautiful people. You know, I was talking to Alina, and
we were talking in front of the people that said reminder of each other. Like, we were talking to Angela Love, I was talking to Velvet Sky. So I was like, it was funny that we're standing across them in a way that we're the new and beautiful people.
We are the new beautiful people
at Women's Wrestling Talk.
At Women's Wrestling Talk. And just to see everything now go full circle, and I know we're gonna be at Slammiversary. You know,
I hope that she's there. I really do.
Yeah, she's good. I mean,
she has to be some us.
Yeah,
she has to be involved somehow, some way. Maybe her and Deanna.
Oh God.
You know,
I mean,
it's possible.
She did kind of boom, boom, boom.
She did. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind if they picked up a feud and have that going on or whatever. But what I will say is that we like just kind of jumped into it. This is Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. There is something that I'm dropping on Medium come today because today is Sunday. So I hope you guys definitely go read it.
Please.
Just highlighting her from her, you know, career in the beginning up until Under Siege. So I mean, you know, just be able to highlight her, you know, and talk about her work, her career. Maybe people have forgotten, didn't know about.
Yeah.
Relive some moments, some feuds, some rivalries that she's been a part of. I mean, hey, Rosemary is winning. She got two of her old rivals back.
Yeah.
Taya Valkyrie and Mia Yim.
Yeah.
Well, Mia Yim, who was known as Jade. So I mean, her intro was fire. Like the people like in the like anime type masks and everything, it was like a gaming thing. Mm-hmm. You know, she's really big.
I was like, what is Trey doing out here? I'm like, what the hell now? Is he? I was like, I know they ain't rushing him.
Is he trying to? It's like, is he? Like, what's going on? But I was like, I didn't know what was happening until I saw HBIC and then Mia Yim, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so happy that she's back. Like, I really, really, really am. I was like, dang, man. Like, we're like, honestly, if you're really sleeping on the knockouts division, the women's division at Impact Wrestling is stacked.
Hello?
They have a stacked roster of women wrestlers, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, and they put on amazing matches. I've never seen like I don't think I've really seen like a bad storyline with them.
I've never seen
anybody
anything really like. I've never really seen anything just be like really just terrible.
No, their pay-per-views, people really sleep on it. I think a lot of people now are starting to pay attention to Impact more now.
Absolutely.
Because at one point, it's just,
I'm one of them. I'm one of them. The only reason we sit in that clubhouse, y'all all were telling me you go to the event. I didn't really know anybody. I knew I had heard of Deanna. I saw Trey on Rebellion that year because we all watched it in the Discord.
Yeah.
And there were a few things, that I saw. But that was the first taping back live.
Yeah.
And I've been going to the show since. And honestly, and I wanted to do this before we got out of here, trying to make it happen. But the first match that we'll be releasing the exclusive footage from tonight will be Giselle Shaw defeating Madison Rain. That's what I'm sitting over here doing. The Salt Shakkas and TK, our CEO, will tell you we always multitask here. We try to do everything we can. And of course, this is really the ending of the post show, but we like to hang around for a while. I mean, hey, I'm gonna be honest. I'm waiting on tacos. And while I wait on tacos, I want to know who the hell Deanna gonna face. I want to know who Taya gonna face. I got so many questions because, to be honest, I was on the elevator with Mia Yim, Giselle Shaw, and Savannah Evans when they all left. And to be honest, I didn't even this is the thing about working in media. Because I'm we're still fans of this, right? And we watch this day in, day out. I was sitting there on the elevator and I was sitting there thinking, I was like, coming down the steps, I was like, I bet anybody that was in this position would probably just jump and try to ask them a question or something. Or try to talk to them. I was really just talking to them. I got to talk to Chia Miller. Y'all know, if y'all been following the Women's Wrestling Talk page, she shows us a lot of love when I live tweet every Thursday. And man, when I tell you, these live events they do something to me. They give me a different feel when it comes to being here with you guys and reporting this stuff and talking about this stuff. I feel so absorbed in this to the point where it's like I want you guys to, when I'm there, I want you guys to be there just as much. I know we've been talking a lot about the women, but also big shout out to Willie Mack, the we are unfortunately not going to get to see him in Impact Wrestling. However, if you love wrestling as we do, you know that you will be able to catch him at other shows.
I better book him. I'm on GCW.
Same with Candice LeRae.
I wouldn't mind seeing Candice LeRae Impact.
I wouldn't either.
I feel like, bring her and Johnny ass over there. Bring her and Johnny over to Impact. I feel like they would be like really, really great. I know a lot of people saying like Johnny, okay, maybe he can go to Impact and be the Joker, in the Owen Hart tournament. I don't know. But I definitely wouldn't mind him being over in Impact. I wouldn't mind it. I think it'd be great.
I mean, it could honestly change the landscape of, what we see.
Yeah, I just think that with Impact Wrestling, they have the talent, they have the roster. It's just a platform. I feel like, of course, with them doing their tapings and stuff like that, it's a hit or miss. It helps a lot. Especially for those you already pretty much know what's going to happen. The show you just wait to see it air. You know what I'm saying? If they were doing like live shows and stuff like that, I don't know. I mean, it kind of just helps out within those because a lot of the wrestlers they don't only just wrestle at Impact. A lot of them have their own. They have like a lot of indie shows that they
like Trey is the Revolver champion right now.
So they defending titles. Matt Cardona was on vacation and had like him and Chelsea on vacation. in Maldives or something like that. Yeah. And Pete surrounded one of his champions, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I think it's nice, with Impact. Impact is like your televised indie show, honestly. Underground.
It really is, because it gives you a different feel of what's honestly going on in a sense of like, dang, like maybe I can't catch an Impact show, but guess what? I can watch them somewhere else. And then when I catch an Impact show, then here we are.
Yeah, and they're really nice, you know what I'm saying? Like they're like not sometimes when you run across like wrestlers and stuff like that, they feel like, you're certain type of wrestlers who feel like very uptight, and so on and so forth. When it's like Impact or like indie wrestlers, some of them are like really, really cool to just really just have a conversation with.
Yeah.
It's just like you're treating them like they're human beings, which they are. You're not necessarily treating them as if like you're a fan. Of course you're a fan, but just really have conversations with them, random conversations where he's just talking about things that's like not even non-wrestling related.
Yeah.
You can have those conversations with them, you know what I'm saying? And they, eventually they start to see more of you and more of you. They start remembering your face. They start knowing you by name. Yeah. It gets to that point, where you're meeting them and they remember who you are. They're pointing at you when they see you or whatever, and smiling and stuff. So like sometimes, unless you like Taya Valkyrie, get out the ring after you just fade and comes over there and hug them.
Listen, anytime the two things that I love the most. Number one, seeing Trey just acknowledge me in any way, just seeing him, I don't care what it is. I know that man, it looks like he has a lot on his mind. So just seeing him and him acknowledging me is great. Deanna, the number two, seeing me yell and scream and plead for her victory. That's the other one, because she knows that I'm gonna be whenever I'm at a show, I'm gonna be right there and I'm gonna be screaming and hollering. Deanna, what are you doing? Deanna, get up. Deanna, you are the one. So
very much so. I don't mind it. Bobby said he'd like to see Brandy Lauren wrestle again in Impact. Yeah, I mean Brandy, all of the undead brides have been like haven't been seen in a minute. All of them have not been seen in a minute. So I mean, maybe they can make their triumphant return. Who knows? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I know when Su Yung comes back.
Oh, it's a wrap.
Child, y'all better move on out the way. They better move on out the way because there are some things that's going to transpire, and I hope you guys are ready for it. That's all I can say.
I hope so, because child, listen, y'all ain't gonna be real.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But we need to find Savannah for Tasha so she can get that girl back. Because she's nowhere to be found now. She really is. Nowhere to be found now.
That is true, honestly, because and for those that watch, those that follow us on social media, we'll be dropping Impact videos simultaneously as they're edited and posted.
Nikki is being a part of the photography and videography team of myself.
My videos are trash. No, listen, y'all. My camera, no lie though, for those that even care, my camera is actually broke, so it is a little fuzzy. Wow. Yeah, my camera's broke.
Nikki, what did you do, Lord?
I dropped it, honestly. The video doesn't look horrible. It just isn't as clear as it could be. So
you gotta do better. You need to get you like an actual camera.
Yeah.
That's what you need to get. Get your actual camera. I know you don't want to take pictures or anything like that, but you necessarily don't have to. They do have cameras where you can shoot video.
And I'm getting my new phone, y'all. So it's actually gonna be pretty nice because the footage isn't that bad. it's a little fuzzy with the lighting, you guys, but it gives that, honestly, and I'm not even making excuses for it, it kind of gives an old school kind of feel. So for somehow it works in my favor, because it makes it look foggy.
Right. Bobby said that he would like to see Tegan Knox also at Impact Wrestling. She can tag with Dakota Kai again. They can challenge for the Impact Knockout Tag Team Champions. Nikki, someone who is a fellow Dakota fan, would you agree that Tegan Knox and her should come to Impact and take over the Knockouts Tag Team division?
Yes, and the reason behind it is Candice Ray is one of the best wrestlers on the indies that ever came out of the indies, that's ever done indies, that's ever been involved in any wrestling. I think Candice LeRae was unutilized in NXT, but it's not necessarily anyone's fault. Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, bring Tegan Knox too, and I'm not even a huge fan of her, but bring them. We need a 3 dominating faction, so that way one day in Impact Wrestling we can see the first ever. You know what? Matter of fact, let me not even say that. There should be triple champions in tag teams. I don't think they should have tag team champions in AEW. I think they should have triple champions that go over and over and over to AEW, to Impact, their women, the Royal Wrestling. They go all over the world and they travel and they face each other as champions and other factions. Take the champions to Dark. I think that whatever could happen with Dakota Kai, and I'm not just saying this because y'all know I'm a huge fan of that woman. That is one of the biggest prospects that they've lost.
Yeah, I just feel like with
but it's
like,
better for her.
I mean, I do agree when I do agree in regards to how they treated Candice LeRae. I feel like Candice would she would be a great addition to Impact Wrestling. Yeah. I feel like everybody that they release bring them over to Impact.
Yeah.
Because like I said, the Knockouts division is really good. The men's division is really good too, though. You know what I'm saying? Like they have a stacked roster over there, and there's so many people you can put them in feuds with. You really can. So I mean, if you bring over, and even like if you have Tegan Knox and Dakota Kai, reuniting to be, a tag or whatever. I do agree, Bobby. Impact the Knockouts division does need more tag teams. They really do, because they're kind of, you're kind of just shuffling cards and pulling out the same card that you just shuffled again.
Amen.
With the women's tag team right now, it just seems like if you just it's kind of like you're in the same boat when it comes to WWE. You're still shuffling. You pull the same card over and over again, even after you just shuffle it. You just do the same thing. So I just feel like if they had if Impact had more, or even just both companies had more women's tag teams, I think that would be great. But I just feel like with the Impact women's tag teams, there are some people that they can, of course, it's possible. We're going to have Giselle and Alicia probably be a tag,
Yeah,
there's
which is good. Which is good, honestly.
Yeah, Bobby said he'd like to see the Renegade Twins wrestling Impact Wrestling.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think they're talented girls. I've seen their matches on AEW Dark. I mean, it wouldn't hurt for them to come over here and wrestle in Impact. Like if you have like a lot of different tags going on, it definitely wouldn't hurt for them to be a part of it. Maybe they should throw in like a tag team tournament or something like that, and bring in some old tags and some new tags coming in. You know what I'm saying? They utilize the tag team that they have, make it like a tournament or something. Bring their own like Dusty Cup tag team tournament or something like that to Impact Wrestling, to showcase some new tag teams, some veteran tag teams, and do something of that nature. Bring some ladies over from NWA, some ladies over from the Indies. Like I feel like with Impact, they have like a big of like kind of like an open door to bring in a lot of people, a
They
lot
do.
of potential people that they could bring in to continue to build and elevate their divisions. It's very possible. So I personally wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't. Not at all.
Oh shoot, I wouldn't mind it either, child. Because honestly, I'm just happy to be there. I've actually gotten to see Robin Renegade.
Hmm.
I talked to her and everything. They're really sweet, super
Hmm.
dope. They were at the Vendetta. We did so.
That's
What,
supposed to air, I think, this
and
week.
it sucks because we kind of released the footage a little early.
A lot of people release the footage, to be honest.
Yeah,
I
to be
mean,
honest, but it's up. Make sure you check it out. We'll be reposting it too. I'll also have some personal footage from
yes.
KC and shoot uh with who I'm very new to. Some of the kids at Terminus that were wrestling at
Mhm.
Vendetta. Shoot. Hey, they was in there. Maybe we saw him on AEW too.
Mhm.
But yeah, make sure before we get out of here, y'all, we will be here tomorrow for Turnbuckle Glam. Make sure y'all check that out. The time, we'll be posting it as we get everything, productions, kind of getting everything ready for the time right now because we want to make sure everything is good because I will be at Mayday. So, we might come at noon. We'll just figure it out once we hit that road. Of course, that road
Mhm.
is far. Along with that, we will be back. There will be a watch along for Backlash.
Mhm.
There will be a post show for Backlash with the Salt
Mhm.
Shakers dominating two
Sweet.
sweet
Of
tag
course,
teams in
man.
history. uh, y'all, Impact was stellar. I really come in like I really, really, really want y'all to come to the shows and see what's up because I'm about to go full force on. I won't get to go to the show next week in Kissimmee, Florida. They will be doing a show on the 13th and 14th. I won't be there, but I'll be taking some time away from the shows. I'll be doing some training too, running the ropes, getting in the gym, getting ready for GCW live in Nashville, July 29th. It's about to be a movie. Before that, we got Slammiversary. And of course, we will be here at Women's Wrestling Talk. Santana,
Mhm. I
any
mean,
thoughts? Any final thoughts before we bow out of here?
I mean, shout out to the Bullet Club. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all thing. You know what y'all normally do. Whatever y'all looking for, somebody who can take out Maria. I'm definitely that girl. I'll bang her head in for real. I'm just playing. Shout out to Maria, her whole women's wrestling army, taping and everything like that. I heard they had some really, really stellar matches, and I think the next one will
Mm,
take place in June. So hopefully, Women's Wrestling Talk is able to come out and support and talk to people and stuff like that of that nature wherever the next taping can be, so we can find a way to be involved with Women's Wrestling Army. Um,
yes.
like I said, this month is Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month, and we are celebrating those who celebrate their heritage during age this month and whatnot. And we're on day 8 now. Like I said today, Mia Yams is supposed to drop today, especially for her because she returned to Impact last night. So make sure when that's going to drop at 12 p.m. Central Time. So make sure you guys come and check that out on Twitter. It's going to be on Instagram. You can go read the article as well. Share it, tag her, let her know that I wrote it. She comes from some love over here, everything like that. Then maybe she'll be open to wanting to talk to us over here at Women's Wrestling Talk because we would love to talk to her. I would love to talk to her. I'm gonna
Yeah.
speak. I would definitely love to talk to Mia Yim. I really would. Um, so every day since May 1st, we've been dropping articles like back to back, back to back. And it doesn't stop until we meet the final boss on May 31st. If you don't
And
know
if
who
you
the
don't
final
know,
boss is, you're gonna find out.
you're gonna find out, period. She not playing with you.
You're gonna find out who the final boss is. She's been holding it down overseas. So if you don't
Yeah,
know
it's,
who that is, it's a veteran in the game, been around for a very, 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 very long time, talking WCW days. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? So I mean, she's definitely an OG, and she's definitely the final boss. Next month we do have some other things in store for you guys. So make sure you guys tune in for that. This is something that Nikki and I have been kind of working on together, or whatever.
We literally, y'all, no lie, like, no rap cap.
Nikki brought it to my attention.
I did. We were jokingly, and I hope TK is watching this, because I jokingly said, I was like, dang, I wonder what TK gonna have us doing next month. Right?
So what's next month? I was saying, like, okay, the next thing we really don't have nothing left until, like, September, and that's like September 15th to October 15th, which is Hispanic Heritage Month.
Right.
I mean, of course,
And so I belong to the LGBTQA. I don't know how they say it nowadays.
Right.
Plus community. Back in my day, I'm 30 now. So back in my day, it was just LGBT.
Oh my gosh, Nikki is 30, bro. It
I'm
don't
30.
even feel like it.
I'm 30. I'm 4 days in, yo.
4 days in.
But back in my day, we just used to, we used to say LGBT, but the whole, we gonna say the whole community. It is Pride Month next month. I belong to the community as someone who is non-binary. And Sammy, our writer, is also openly gay as well. And so we have some of the people that work for us in the community, along with people in the women's wrestling world and wrestling in general, who will be included in Pride Month. So you heard it here first on the Impact Under Siege show. We will be, I think we already said it, but
we've hinted it. It hasn't been really too much confirmed. Yeah. I've been working on graphics. Like, I've been showing Nikki some of the graphics that I think like would be really, really good to utilize. It incorporates like all of the colors, flags, and everything. We kind of stumbled on one that we actually like agreed to liking. I kind of sent her like a template of what it would potentially look like.
Yeah.
She likes it. I mean, I feel like I would love to have Nikki's opinion, because I feel like this is very important for her.
It is.
I want her input on it, so that I know that I'm not in the community or anything of that nature, but I definitely support it. I'm always open to everybody. I flirt with everybody. I don't care what you got.
That's hilarious.
That's me. That's me and my motto. So,
but seriously, on a serious note, though, it is very important to me being here at Women's Wrestling Talk because of the inclusiveness that I've always had. I don't really talk about it as much. We just always go into things here. And so next month you guys will really see me open up more about being in the community and being considered to be trans at times, even to be considered to be gay at times, and being non-binary and how that works, being on this platform. And I really hope that it shines a light on being in the community and having all these possibilities and really being respected in such a high honor. So being here at Women's Wrestling Talk for Pride Month is very special to me. And I'm very grateful to have my tag team partner. Even though she doesn't belong to the community, she still is embedded in me. And when we talked about it the other night, it wasn't like we were jokingly talking about it, but we almost were like, oh shit, we just did something.
We did.
Like, we just like
we coming up with stuff. I personally, and I just thought about this as you were talking, I feel like for that month, I feel like we should have a panel that includes you and a lot of other, wrestlers who are part of the community.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a way to have an open space so that everybody can share their stories, share their experiences, talked about, conversations and stuff like that. So
maybe because I've never came on camera full makeup.
I think we need that. We need that. We need that, Nikki, that shows on Instagram that was dropping all the pictures for the countdown. We need that, Nikki, the big Barbie to come out.
I might spice it up. I might do a whole honestly for Pride Month. I might give you guys the full. I'm very lazy when it comes, and I'm lazy, but I will say this, and I'll talk about this more as the Pride Month goes. I'm very comfortable in my skin, so for me to come on camera and be very natural, I know, luckily I've never seen any bad comments. But that doesn't mean they don't exist. Obviously, I know I hop on other people's lives and I've been on other things and I've seen people make certain comments. It doesn't bother me. I'm very comfortable with who I am, but I would love to bring like that glam. Maybe I'll bring glam next month as it tones down. But you guys,
what I also think though, because I know we do Turnbuckle Glam, I feel like for one episode, we should have it dedicated to the community.
Wow. That actually,
I think that would be awesome. Let me write all this stuff down so I can get this over because I already know she's gonna be. I don't know. She may look at this and be like, "What is y'all doing on here?" I'm like, "Look, this is what we're doing up late at night. You guys,
this is what
we're always up brainstorming a lot of different things, just putting things together and stuff like that.
We do.
So, I mean, I feel like this is a project of a collaboration between me and Nikki. Me being the editor-in-chief, Nikki being my senior writer. It's just like, just us having a conversation about it. And I feel like it'd be great to open up that door because it's not really something that people are really doing. So I think that's great.
And we need it. We really do. We need it. And we love inclusion. I'm actually trying to go to this show, but I don't think I'm going to make it because of my work schedule. But hopefully by the end of this month, I'm quitting my job. Don't quote me. Santana knows exactly what I'm talking about. But I'm still too sweeting it up at the hotel. Shout out. Listen, beautiful
the house.
I'm going to be trying to do a live tomorrow. And before I go to main day, I want you guys, I really want to, I don't know. They've been doing these press conferences, press calls and go like press junkies and stuff when they do the Impact show. So I kind of want to do it for Women's Wrestling Talk too.
I think you should go. You know what I'm saying? And if you have any questions and stuff like that, are they happen like at the hotel or something? Like
no, it's just something that I would do randomly. They've already done theirs. It's just I would show everyone around and show the venue and just show where we are. And then like give a little walk, but I have to make sure my battery is like.
Charge the phone up, Nikki. Nikki has a hard time charging up at nighttime. Wake up with the phone on 50%, and she good to go. Sometimes even 10, maybe 1.
Yeah, this morning, y'all don't even want to know what I got on the road with. But we thank you guys again. Don't forget, check out all of the shows. We will be here live tomorrow again. 2 shows. Back to back. Of course, y'all know how we do. And, make sure you're following all of the pages. Make sure you're following just everything. We just dropped literally probably, and I know this may sound crazy, but at the top of the hour, Taya Valkyrie footage from it, Under Siege. If you want a little, just a little closer action, we'll be dropping shortly. I'm waiting on my tacos. You know what? Tacos, shout out to Thunder Rosa. And that's how we gonna close it. That's how we gonna close it. Of course, we are closing it tonight and still the most reigning, the defending, the most dominating tag team here at Women's Wrestling Talk. And of course, Women's Wrestling Talk is the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet with none other than the Salt Shakkas. Hey, until next time.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.